Hi, my name is Hank Snabes. This is my video for the final exam project. And first I'm going to start off with my 3 big takeaways. My first one was the stock market analysis. I learned more about investing, and it's not just luck. You can gauge off of how low or high it is on what you should invest in, and you can make money off of. And just in a week, I could see how much money I could have made if I really invested it using that assignment. And then my next big takeaway was the Dream Home Project. It made me realize how much preparation goes into buying a house, how prepared you need to be in the decisions you make, and how important credit scores are, and budgeting when it comes to affording a home. And my third big takeaway is how the college loan project, it gave me a lot of knowledge about going into college next year, how it works, and how it'll help me know how much I have to pay and student loans, and how I can afford college and be prepared for it. Help me think my return on investment on different colleges based on how much they're offering and are gonna pay for, so I know how much debt I'll be in or how much they pay for it. One suggestion I have for the class, which I enjoyed it, I didn't think much needs to be critiqued, but I just like the real life scenarios, and doing things outside, and learning real everyday things that instead of sitting in a classroom and doing math. But again, I like the course. I wouldn't critique it much. 2 of the things that I did that were big impact was the clinometer. When we made that, it was a cool tool that I didn't know anything about before. Then we got to go outside, and it could show us the height of something or the distance away from something just off the angle at which you're looking at it, which is really cool. And then also the 50-person survey was really cool, going around and asking random people, and then you gather up all the data and see what is most common, screen time on your phone, and how long people are on their phone every day is pretty cool. And then one of the field trips that I thought was the best was at Adams, because when we were outside watching the cars actually make skid marks in the parking lot, and using that to see how fast the car was going, and how hard they hit the brake, and learning how the cops find out what happened in the crash was pretty cool, because it was a real life experience. That was my favorite part of the class.
All right, for part 2, I'm doing the 7th option, interested in buying a home. And when I buy a home, I'm gonna have to probably resod the backyard. And to do that, I'd use length times width formulas to find the area of the yard, and then I'd have to multiply that by the price of the sod per square foot or square yard, whatever it goes by, and then that'd give me my cost, and then I can use that to flip the home, because it'll increase the value of the house.
Alright, and this is the second location I'm in for the video, because we're right by the bathroom, and about 10 people have walked in and out, and it makes me think about every time the toilet's flushed, how much it costs, and when it goes into buying a home, how much it costs to run your water, and how much supplies is used in the bathroom. And then the drinking fountain, it says how much plastic saved every day for refilling your bottle, and then you can multiply that how much the water costs, and when it goes into buying a home, that's very important. Alright, so this is my last location, the elevator, because when it goes into buying a building, and if I ever planned on flipping homes, if they were really nice, they might have an elevator, and you have to know how much an elevator costs. One, to install, it'd be probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions, to have an elevator, which is a lot of money. And then also how much it costs to run it, and maintenance on it probably costs a lot of money. And if you just own a building, that takes more into account to how much money you need to have saved, more than a house. Because if you have an elevator in your house, you probably already can afford the elevator. But if you're you're just owning a building or like an office building that has an elevator in it, it's super important to know like how much it costs.